2020 was a tough year for all of us, but particularly for those downtown.
You know, thinking back on those years when COVID started and during the heart of the pandemic, it was so isolating for people. Trying to get people out as much as possible, and simple things like being able to talk to an ambassador, being able to talk to an outreach worker. The SID recognized people need places to go to the bathroom, people need places to wash their hands, to do anything possible to prevent the spread of COVID. The SID partnered with the downtown library and the Coalition for the Homeless to open up a warming center, and I remember vividly the scene of the SID outreach workers providing services in the warming centers. All of that was needed to be addressed quickly, and I really appreciate the way the SID workers did that.
Immediately before my retirement, George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis, and all hell broke loose in downtown. And I remember the first day of my retirement, my wife drove me around downtown, and I wept when I saw, glass every place, the fire at the Ohio Theater, a building burning in the Discovery District. It was awful.
That first night we saw it go from a protest to truly civil unrest with a tremendous amount of property damage. And our role that night was using that 800 megahertz system and sharing as much information as we could with our partners in all of the office towers down here.
At that time, it was really chaotic. There was all kinds of different challenges being presented. And one of the things that was comforting was that I could talk to the downtown SID, and with one text or one phone call, I could get a message out to thousands of people, business owners downtown, and residents even too, about what we knew about what was going to be going on that night. There was a lot of fear and uncertainty. For me to have, one person I could call who could then, deliver that message to thousands of business owners and residents, I think it made us make better informed decisions.
So after those two nights, downtown looked a lot different than it does now. It's hard to believe when you look back at the pictures. There was an absence of other people showing up, let's just say. But our team was showing up. That was my role, to show up and get out with our team and do some cleanup.
The SID was out there after George Floyd's murder, literally cleaning up glass and creating a sense of normalcy as quickly as could possibly be created, and was the only group out there every day slogging it out.
A lot of businesses were broken into, and a lot of unrest. It was a scary time for sure. I came down that morning not knowing what to expect. Who was there before me? Mark Conti. He's got a broom. He is sweeping up glass. He is there to welcome us, and all of a sudden, this whole network of people from upstairs they're running to Lowe's, they're getting plywood, and actually it turned into an unbelievable, memorable day.
We were talking to first floor business owners and residents who were truly shell-shocked. We were the listening ear, to be honest, and I think that's what they needed at the time when all this blew up.
When it first started, it was a lot for us as managers because this sort of thing doesn't happen downtown in Columbus. Of course, we immediately talked to the SID. What the SID did was basically provide the communication to us of, what we can do and, bringing us the resources that we needed, in talking with law enforcement.
In 2020, a week before Thanksgiving, the city of Columbus calls and says, we have $2 million to give out in federal money, but it needs to be given out by the end of the year. Can you get a grant program set up for small businesses in downtown and the Short North? So I immediately said yes without talking to anybody. I said, yes, we can do it. We can get this money out the door. We partnered up with the Short North Alliance, created a very easy application for small businesses to apply to, and we got the money out and in their hands within 3 weeks. It really was a lifeline in that hard time.
Remember, our windows are boarded up. I'm sneaking under there to do internet sales. When the CARES Act happened and I was given some money, it just felt like a gift. And honestly, it just helped us kind of limp through those darkest times.
As the vaccines were starting to get more readily available in early 2021, our businesses down here were saying we really need a lot of help of letting people know we're open and getting them back downtown. And so we saw that need, we heard that need, but we didn't see anybody really acting to do anything. So we pulled a lot of stakeholders together, including the City of Columbus, Downtown Columbus Incorporated, and Experience Columbus, to try to create a campaign to get people back downtown, and that's where Welcome Back Downtown started. It was important to get people to come back downtown, rejuvenate the area we have down here, and make sure the businesses who did really stick it out through a lot of thick and thin through COVID were able to get their customers back. It was such a monumental change in our culture and our work habits that we're still dealing with all those effects. But the fact that we have two SIDs down here working collaboratively with a range of stakeholders, we can accomplish a lot. We can get everybody together and figure out what's next.